welcome back. All right, so we are in Assetto Corsa Competizione. Since the console release is imminent, I think we're just a little over a week away from release on console. I wanted to jump in and dive into career. The one thing I think when Assetto Corsa Competizione is that, you know, I'd say a majority of people spend playing multiplayer. It's so much depth to the multiplayer between building your ranking, your safety, your racecraft, and so many different elements in that. I think multiplayer has really got a whole entity into its own. And I think the one thing that we've forgotten over this time is that there is an actual career mode. I dabbled in it at the beginning a little bit. I didn't get into it much, and just like everybody else, pretty much jumped into multiplayer and started trying to progress my career off in there. And so, for those who are looking or thinking about picking this up in the next week or two when it does drop, I figured take you through the first, I'd say, 15 minutes of the career, so you get a good idea of what you can expect. Now, if you are hesitating or on the fence about getting this game and not sure whether it's worth it or not, go get it. This game is by far the best immersive racing experience you could probably get current to date. There's many sim titles on the market, many sim titles that are really good in their own right. But I think when it comes to, Assetto Corsa Competizione, especially, this really has a history of being a great game, especially when you look at the first original title, Assetto Corsa. The handling, the types of cars that you drive in it, the physics behind the cars that you drive in the game has so much depth to it that when this came out and they were going to focus solely on GT racing, personally, I was one that said, that's going to be amazing because they're going to put all their resources and put all their energy into giving you a really great experience around the GT Challenge or GT World Series. So honestly, if you're hesitating to get this game, it's literally worth every penny. And I'm honestly not sponsored or not paying paid to say that. This is my own personal experience. It's one game that I keep coming back to over and over because of how amazing it does feel. So without further ado, let's jump into a career. We'll start off a brand new career here and just see what it looks like for you jumping into career mode within the first, say, 15 minutes. All right, so we're going to start here in new career. We'll get your difficulty settings here. You can set up your baseline settings. So whether you want automatic gearbox, ideal line, or the duration. I don't want automatic gearbox. I don't want the race line. And we'll just do a short career for now. I'm not going to get too in depth into this. For those who may be starting out and haven't raced, Assetto Corsa comes in or the GT series, maybe put these on. You can change them on when you jump into your settings. You can go in and, modify these. But if you are, starting out and you just want to get comfortable, I would maybe put that on just so you get used to the tracks and build up in your comfort level with the tracks and maybe start off short and see how it goes. If you find yourself after the first couple of sessions that you really like it, go back, start it over again, and put long duration. So start the new career.
Hi there, I'm Mirko Bortolotti, Lamborghini factory driver and 2017 Blancpain GT Series champion. Welcome to the career mode of Assetto Corsa Competizione, the official video game of the Blancpain GT Series. You have been granted the access to the Lamborghini Youngster program at the legendary Temple of Speed of Monza, and you will be driving a Lamborghini Huracan Super Trofeo. This monster is not a plug-and-play experience, so we first need to verify if you really got what it takes for GT racing. You will be asked to perform some simple and very basic tests like driving the car out of the pit lane, avoiding collisions with other drivers, staying within the track limits, and bring the car back in one piece. Our race engineers will need to check your radio systems, tire temperatures and brakes, so be careful and remember, racing never starts from being fast, but from being safe and disciplined. After the first installation tests, the team will ask you to prove your skills with performance-focused tests. Be focused, don't overdrive, merge yourself with the car and do your best. The results will affect how good you will start your career, so that maybe some of the best teams will offer you a drive in the next Sprint Cup season. See you on track and good luck.
I love the fact that they have real world drivers introducing you to the series. All right, so we're here in our first test program. What do we have? First test will be a 10-minute practice session. Need to post our best lap time and bring the car back to the garage in one piece. Okay. All right, no setups or anything. Let's just go in and do this.
Give it all you can. Welcome to the Lamborghini Youngster Program. Today, you are given a seat in the Lamborghini Huracan Super Trofeo. Our team will look at your best lap on track in dry conditions, complete at least 2 safe and valid laps, and then start pushing. Good luck.
All right, so these are the car views. Close chase, bar chase view, your in-car view with the steering wheel, and you have your dash view. You have your like VR, I guess, view. I would simulate as VR because it does feel like you're using, VR without the glasses. And then you have your bonnet and then your bumper view. All right, so usually when I start, I go in on bonnet view like this, just to get used to the track that I'm riding. I've driven this track quite a bit, but this is usually how I take my first time out in a game. I'll just go in and just check the track out. So first lap out, we just want to get the tires warmed up. We don't want to scrub them. As you can see, the rendering of the track, the cars, the details, it's really great. It really gives you the feeling of what goes on at race day, especially at the end of a race where you get, fireworks. So the bottom where you see 99, that's your track medals. So as you complete certain milestones on each track, like having three consistent laps and so on, that's where you bring up those rankings. So that's a combination of all the tracks having all your medals. That's how you get 99. The main one you're going to be looking at is the SA rating. The SA rating is your safety rating, and that's what helps you in your multiplayer whenever you're trying to get into the competition races and certain servers that have minimum safety ranking. All right, this will be a final lap. We'll jump into garage after that. All right. We have 9 seconds left, so we'll jump back into the garage. All right, so that was our first test session. So we can either escape. Best lap is 156, so either we can escape or pause to end session. So hit escape. We'll go into our next session here. Continue on. Continue career. And where do we go next? Okay, so now we can do our difficulties. Oh, we have presets, so I wonder, can I adjust these as I go? So they've changed a few things from when the game first came out, because when the game first came out, you adjust all your assists right at the beginning. So now we'll just leave it at normal. And can I? Oh yeah, I can. Perfect. Okay, so gearbox, we want that manual. Engine start, we'll leave it at automatic, and I'll explain to you why in a second. Wipers all manual. I have that mapped to my button box. Lights as well. Pit limiter as well. Stability control off. Hidden line. Ideal line off. Okay, so the reason I would say have your engine start onto automatic because if you have a couple of different wheels and you load them up, and for some reason you load up a profile and you forgot to map your engine start button, you'll be sitting either in the pit or on the grid, especially on the grid, which has happened to me, and you can't move anywhere. So unless you bring up the multifunction display and you quickly switch through it, get down to the engine start and turn it on. But it's easier if you just have it on automatic. And realism here, damage rate 100%, fuel consumption enabled, tire sets limited, that's fine. Brake temperature enabled, formation lap last corner. Yeah, so you can set this to the full lap, which I wouldn't suggest. I would just keep it on last corner. All right, so we can't resume event because this is our actual first real event and we're into the light rain. So let's go and start the second test. Need to gauge your ability to drive in traffic under wet conditions. Stay away from trouble. That's always easier said than done. Complete the session without cuts, accidents, or off-track excursions. Okay. And I'm going to make sure we have the wet setup. Just default wet setup. I'm not going to go in and start playing with tuning and stuff right now. I mean, if this is my first time getting in the game, that's not what I'm going to want to be doing. I'm going to want to go with the default setups, figure exactly out how they drive and how they run, and then start going in and adjusting the setups to my driving style. So you really got to figure out how you drive first of all before you start going playing with setups. So I would suggest just pick one of the 3 default ones and then go from there.
Your second test is under wet conditions. Just focus on setting your best lap in this heavy rain and bring the car back in one piece.
Will do. Now, as you can see, my wipers are not on and my pit limiter is not on, so I have it mapped. So I'll put my pit limiter on and then I have my wipers set to my button box. So you can do on regular, higher speed, and even faster, and then off. So we'll just put it on this setting. And I want to get in my first dash view. And we have our traction control on, ABS on higher. All right. Let's keep it safe. Bring it back in one piece. Tires are somewhat warm, not to the full extent, so our braking distance is going to be a little further. Yeah, still a bit too much traction control for my liking, but we'll leave it as is for now. Oh yeah, you can definitely feel hydroplaning. Just bring my dash a little closer and down a bit. Giving us the hazard flag, letting us know to not be a maniac. So all I'm worried about now is just bringing this home in one piece, trying to set a good couple of laps. Back brakes are still quite cool. So I'm just going to adjust my brake pressure or my brake bias back a little bit. We have our lights on. We have a rain light, put that on as well. And you see that's marked by the orange little square next to the tires. You can see his rain lights on. Oh, don't lose it. Yeah, the back left tire is getting quite hot. And let's flash him, let him know we're coming by. So one thing about this game is getting good setups is really key. Getting a good handling on these cars, because they react so differently between the manufacturers, and not only just the manufacturers, between each of the models that are in. So for example, the three different Porsches, obviously between the GT Cup, but the 2018 and the 2019 Porsche 991, they're quite different. So once you get used to a car that you like, my suggestion is stick with it as much as you can and spend time trying to get the right settings and make the adjustments so that it's really helps your driving style. See, I'm one that tends to like very oversteery cars. Some people like it to be a little bit more understeer. So it really just depends on how you approach your driving style. We'll pull over here, just in case there's somebody else coming down through there. I love that my car number is 0. I don't warrant a number yet. I'm not deserving. All right, career results, gold. And best lap 202 in the wet. Okay, next session. So far, it's just a good way to ease you into the career. Test program 3, clears at night. Okay, night driving skills. And we'll keep everything as is. Test 3. Night driving test, evaluated on your fastest lap. Remember, the first priority is to drive consistently, avoid incidents and cutting the track. Be safe and have fun. All right, so we're gonna need to get our lights on.
In this night driving test, you will be evaluated based on your fastest lap, but always remember that the first priority is to drive consistently, avoid incidents or cutting the track.
All
Be
right.
safe and have fun out there.
Pit limiter, get the lights on. Let's see what we can do. Night race. Lighting is amazing at night. That was fair. He didn't punt me. And I could say, probably I'm safe to say I can start reducing some of these settings. Bring the traction control down. Bring the ABS down. Get those tires warmed up. You gotta give it at least 1 or 2 laps before you get everything at the right temperature. And start pushing. We'll do 1 lap in this view. I never drive this view because it's just can't get used to it, but you want immersion. much time do we have? That 117. Get back to the garage. 157. All right, so that is our third session. So what I liked about that is that they took you through a regular 10-minute practice session just on dry track, and a wet session, and then a night sessions, which is basically the 3 different track scenarios you could be in, in the game. There's obviously heavier rain or light rain and cloud, and different times of the day, but in general, your dry, wet, or night track, is just giving you the good overview of the different type of track conditions. And so that is our third test session. Let's see where we end up going after this. All right, so silver, best lap 157. Are they going to bring us into a race now? So first 3 basically are just, getting yourself set up. Oh, we get to pick our car now. Congratulations to your performance during the preliminary test. The talent is clearly there, but you still need more race results. In any case, some teams are making a seat available for you in this year's Sprint Cup season, so choose your favorite car from the available models. So, Honda, McLaren 650 GTS, the Mercedes AMG, that was a great car, the GTR Nismo 2015, so it's the 2018 or 2015, the 991 GT3R, Reiter, Vantage GT3 2013, Bentley Continental 2015, and the 18 Emil Jaguar NSX. So these are the original cars that came with the game. So if you bought the DLC, they're not included in this, the 2019 edition. So where do we go? I always run the Porsche, so let's do something different here. Yeah, let's do the GTR. Yeah, I'm good with that. Nissan GTR Nismo GT3 2018. Pick my number, 33. These are all my different aliases. Okay, our first race is GT3 warm-up and focus. Things are getting hit. Sprint race. Let's see what this is. Zolder. Love this track. Okay, so we have 5 minutes, 3 5-minute sessions. Race 1 and race 2, 20 minutes each. Okay, let's do it. I won't run you through all sessions. We'll just do a highlight on each one.
Green light, go, go, go.
Let's adjust the view. They're not patient, are they? That car sounds amazing.
Car on the left. Clear on the left.
Can't tell me the car doesn't sound immersive. I mean, you literally feel like you're riding it. You hear every freaking. qualifying 1. Complete all sessions without skipping, qualifying the first 3 positions. All right, so we are in... All right, so qualifying 1. This is for the first 20-minute race. Getting 3 first positions. Okay.
Green light. Go, go, go.
Right, quality 1, hot lap. Let's do it. It's tricky sometimes because you can just overstep the track limits and your lap is invalidated, so you got to be careful. All right, so that's quality 1 complete. 133. That's not very good. Let's progress into our second qualifying session. All right, qualifying 2, 5 minutes.
Green light, go, go, go.
octane. The more I'm driving this, the more I like this Nissan. It's got good handling. You can take an aggressive driving style for sure. Alright, so that's the end of our quali. Let's get into our first race. Sprint race weekend, finish the race on the podium, finish the race 6th or better, finish the race in the top 10, complete all sessions without skipping, complete at least 2 overtakes. Well, 2 overtakes if I'm in first doesn't really help me, does it? Score 100% valid laps. Okay, so 20-minute race. I guess we can go in now and mess with our setups. Let's do an aggressive setup. 2-4. That set my ABS to match. We don't need, I think we probably need 46 laps. We'll keep brakes 2. Aero, that's fine. No, let's bring these brake ducts 3. That's all we'll do for now. Okay, now this is race 1 of 2. We qualified in first for this one. So enjoy the race.
Go in double file.
Cold tires still, so we gotta not be pushing too hard. Alright, so pit window's open. I gotta complete my mandatory pit. Gotta change the tires. You see there, these are my requirements. So I got a driver swap, do the pit window, tire change. So we'll come in this lap, just make sure my driver swap is done. So this is what a pit stop will look like. If you have manual pit limiter, you need to make sure you hit the mark. Be in first gear. Alright. 30-second pit. Really got to hand it.
Not over yet.
It's all the little sounds, all the little ambience noises. It's all part of the immersion. Now you gotta hit yourself. You gotta hit the mark. Should be good. Perfect. 30-second countdown. Driver swap is happening. These guys look badass. 13 seconds. Yeah, we got a couple of the cars in the pit. And
Your mandatory stop is now clear. Let's go, go, go.
So I cleared all my mandatory pit requirements. Get rid of that. Yeah, I think maybe I should just chill out a bit on that curb. Because you can get suspension damage, punctures, and all the rest, so it'll only take so much.
Car on the right. Clear on the right. Car on the right.
I'm going to try and avoid getting any safety penalties.
Clear on the right. Car on the right. Clear on the right.
So this is the thing, you can
Clear on the left.
be aggressive and punk them, but you're going to take a penalty in your safety rating.
Car on the left. Clear on the left. Right. Clear on the right. Mediums on 5 left.
Go train in the back.
Car on the right. Clear on the right. P1, excellent job. What a race. See you in the pits. Bring it back.
Hammer time. All right, so that was just a quick look on the career mode that you can get in Assetto Corsa Competizione. It'll be coming out shortly on console in, I guess, about another week or so. But yeah, I wanted to give you just a quick overview of what you can expect in the career mode. There is a decent depth to the career mode and progression that you can have. It also contributes to your overall ranking and increasing that. So it's definitely something not to overlook. So anyway, I hope you guys liked the video. Please subscribe and we'll catch you guys soon. All right, take care.